Today at Commander Replay, we're back with some more Syr Gwyn Night Tribal. Can Syr Gwyn overcome the struggles associated with Night Tribal? Find out next on Commander Replay. I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. We have one new Patreon supporter in Adam Cruz. And Adam says, Brian Cruz, you still suck. Sincerely, Adam. Anyway, you guys are awesome, despite the previous note about sucking. If you want to help support the channel and vote on which decks I play next, feel free to check out my Patreon, the link below. And be sure to use the TCG Player affiliate link, as it helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Welcome back, everyone. Playing some Syr Gwyn Hero of Ashvale today, and we are playing some Night Tribal. Take a look at this opener. I'm not loving this. We've got off-color mana. The ramp is cool, but only 2 lands. I don't think this one's going to work, so let's mulligan that. I'm a little... Oh. 6 lands and a Night Exemplar. I guess Ancient Tomb is ramp, and Syr Gwyn, I guess we're keeping it. Oh, that is slow. There is a Rankle at the table, and that's going to be terrible. Hopefully someone brought something from that. Elsha tends to run a lot of spells, so I've seen some builds that are like just really heavy removal builds. Hopefully they're planning to keep Rankle in check. And we're going last in the turn order. This should go swimmingly. I'm a bit under the weather today, so feeling a bit foggy. Haven't really been able to shake it off, so probably coming down with a cold, but hopefully can focus up just long enough so we don't make any mistakes today. We'll see what happens, but not feeling the best at this moment. Well, there's a Signet. All right, Signet makes this hand look a lot better. So go Ancient Tomb, get the Signet, and we will pass like that. So today I actually cut Feast and Famine from the deck. Like, I love Feast and Famine, and I use it a lot. I thought for today's video I would get rid of it since it's sort of a crutch of mine. It's an amazing card, but it's also a card that I probably overuse a bit, so I switched that out for an Embercleave. Just wanted to find some room to get Embercleave into the deck, see what kind of stuff that does for us. I know it's not going to be as good as Feast and Famine. It'll help us close the game out a little bit faster, but Feast and Famine pretty much doubles up your mana, so... that's going to be a tough effect to lose. Still have Light and Shadow in the deck. One of the things I was kind of going for, not to say that it was a budget build, but like, even if you're playing non-budget Knights, Feast and Famine has just gotten so expensive now that like, you still just might not have access to it, even if you weren't specifically on a budget, because it's that kind of expensive. For me, once a card gets north of 50 bucks, I'm probably not buying one. Like, that's just kind of how I am. I can think of maybe 5 cards I've ever purchased above $50, and just not something I do a lot of. So, anyway, for those reasons, we cut Feast and Famine today. There's an Argentum Armor. That will be helpful once we get a few things into play. And in particular, my goal right now is just to get that whenever an equipped creature you control attacks ability going, we get to draw a card. That's kind of my big focus. We're going to get the Night Exemplar into play. Hopefully it doesn't eat removal, but it probably will. Let's get the Arid Mesa. Actually, I wish I did this differently. All right, well, to crack the Arid Mesa, we're gonna get a Plateau or something of the like. I kind of wish I went for the Bloodstained Mire first, so that we could save the Arid Mesa for the Mistveil Plains. Whoops. Punt number 1. Got plenty of black mana, so I think we need Plateau. Gonna lose a bit of life right here. And we'll want to find some life gain as well, because turn 1 Ancient Tomb for me has been a real problem. If I tap this thing every turn for the next, like, 8 turns, our life total is going to be really low. We'll take a quick peek over the deck. I forget exactly what's in here for life gain. Let's see what we got. We do have a True Conviction. That's a really good one. We've got a Light and Shadow. We do have a few things at Double Strike. So Double Strike plus Light and Shadow would be a reasonable source of life gain. That is looking like about it. Looks like it's going to have to be one of those 2 pieces. Ooh, what do we got right here? I can't even read the name. Was that Davriel Rogue Shadow Mage? Really? Opponent's going to hit us with target player discards a card. All right. Don't feel like our stuff is getting... do we want to get rid of... There's black decks at the table that could reanimate our stuff, so I'm not going to pitch Homeward Path. Guess we get rid of Badlands? Anyway, let's take a look at what opponents are playing today. First up, we have Vermilion Nintendo piloting Izoni Thousand-Eyed. And Nate is pretty much an expert green-black player. He loves Carador and Blood Pod-style decks. So Izoni definitely going to be in his wheelhouse. I think he said every creature in this deck draws a card, like it's basically Elvish Visionary Tribal or something like that. And he's got some little combo in there to finish the game. I don't remember what it was. He did tell me at one point, though. So it'll be interesting. And noticeably, this is a powered down deck for him because he does like to play very strong decks. Talrand coming in for our opponent with that. That'll bring it back to our turn. There's a Vona, Butcher of Magan. Yeah, we need some black mana. Let's get the Airborg into play. No, actually, Vona's also got lifelink, but the issue being that the pay 7 life is very tempting to activate. This has got first strike. That'll get rid of that. All right, yeah, I think we're swinging into this Shadow Mage here. Opponent's going to block with the Asylum Visitor. Sure. Asylum Visitor down. That's a Megrim for opponent. Yep. That seems pretty good in the Rankle deck. Continuing on our opponents, next up we have Fish Said Fish piloting Rankle, Master of Pranks. Opponent's going to hit us with it again? Again, for the purposes of Reanimate, gonna pitch the Bloodstained Mire right here, hold on to the Homeward Path. I've been having some discussions. We've seen Rankle show up a few times in video, also just some of my Patreons have been playing it. And the discussion is this the new Braids? And to some degree, I think it's worse. It's got Flying and Haste, and you can choose which mode is worst for your opponents. It's really, really nasty. Opponent's going to go with a Chromatic Lantern. Yeah, get themselves that color fixing. Just telling opponents if they want to swing into the Planeswalker right there, I'm not going to swing at them. Opponent going to send the Talrand into the Davriel Shadow Mage. Yeah. Let's get rid of that thing. That's a Sylvia Bright Spear. Play the Homeward Path. We could definitely use some flying. We do not have any in this moment. Yeah, I think we're just going for Syr Gwyn right here. Well, let's think about this, actually. So, Rankle comes in. When they hit, they get to choose any number. Each player discards a card. We would probably discard Sylvia. We really want to get that Argentum Armor going. Each player loses a life and draws a card. Probably not going for that one. Each player sacrifices a creature. We probably have to give up on the Knight Exemplar, which I don't love, but it's probably what needs to happen. Can I blow up lands with this? Because I would totally... Nope, non-land permanent. I would totally take down one of these lands right here. Yeah, we just don't have any interaction for Rankle, but Izoni is holding up a bunch of stuff. Yeah, this is going to hurt. There's no way around it. If Rankle comes in, it's trouble. Cast Syr Gwyn. So, Syr Gwyn into play. The Elsha player had something, and they wanted to know what our plans were, and we've now discarded twice to the Rankle. So, Elsha is not at all my priority in this moment. And our life total is slowly dwindling down here. We really need to stick this Argentum Armor on the Vona, get that lifelink going, because we need to gain some life back pretty badly. So we gain some life off the Vona, but we are going to activate it, so it'll be a net loss of 2. Shoot the Megrim. Would totally shoot a land right here if I could. Oh, why does it have to say non-land? I wish it would let you hit non-basics. Totally shoot that Cathedral of War right there. One thing we got to watch out for is, like, we know Elsha has a counterspell now. Hopefully they kind of tap out. There's a God Eternal Bantu. Enters the battlefield, sacrifice any number of other permanents to draw that many cards. Looks like it's going to be 1. Opponent plays a Dark Deal. Well, there goes our Argentum Armor. That's going to hurt us pretty badly. Well, it's an Adriana. Adriana's cool. Soul Ring for the Rankle. Yep. Luckily, they missed their land right there. They're down to 1 card. Adriana is interesting, though, in that the melee ability can pump Vona in a meaningful way. Here comes Elsha into play. Yep. Opponent sitting on 2 mana. I don't know if Adriana eats the counterspell. Would love just like a cheap equipment that doesn't draw too much attention. Just so we can get some extra card draw going. It's a Pure Steel Paladin. Yeah, play Adriana. We can use the non-damage mode of Ancient Tomb, which is what we're going to be doing right here. Still told opponent that I wasn't going to attack them, so we're only going to go +2. Are we going to go +2? That's a 5/6. Oh, this one's got melee. So yeah, we'll send that over to Nate. Send the other 2 at Fish. Our final opponent, by the way, is Mockfire playing Elsha the Infinite. A deck known for trying to go infinite. It's in the name. Melee is going to trigger a bunch of times. Yep. So our stuff gets bigger, and we will be life neutral on the Vona ability right now. I am all about that. Nate can't block due to the Menace, and Rankle down to 22. Really want to shoot this Soul Ring. I don't know if it matters that much. I kind of just want to keep my life higher right now. Honestly, I mean, shooting Bantu is probably also a good idea, but I'm going to chill. Vona is a really good blocker, so, you know, I don't think Bantu comes back in our way if we leave Vona back, and also keeping our life total at 34. Seems like a really good idea. Maybe next turn. Maybe next turn. Dusk Legion Zealot. Enters battlefield, you lose a life and draw a card. Yep. Nate's got his draw a card theme going. There's a Solemn Simulacrum. Yeah, Solemn Simulacrum, a great little blocker for what we're doing right here. Also draws a card. Draws a card when it dies, I guess, but finds a land. Also wish that Vona ability was at instant speed. For Commander, it'd probably be fine at instant speed. For, like, Standard, I get why that's not okay. Here comes Rankle into play. Yep. Opponent's going to return a reassembling skeleton. It comes in tapped. Yeah, maybe I should have shot the Soul Ring. I don't know. So Rankle's going on the attack. It's going to get exalted. Rankle's going to trigger. They may not actually be in a position to do the... No, they're going to do the discard thing. Each player sacrifices a creature, and each player discards a card. There's two black players at the table. Like, they're probably both running Toxic Deluge. Indestructible does give us some game against Elsha in case they're running Blasphemous Act or white board wipes. But it's still a tough choice right here. Adriana is going to give us a lot of damage. I think it's going to be the Knight Exemplar. Elsha may have board wipes, but it's not exactly a board wipey kind of deck from what I've seen. It's really about, like, cantrips and cheap spells and instant speed stuff. So, who knows? Plus, they're down to 2 cards, so you know, likelihood that they have it, fairly low. Now, if they do have it, we're in serious trouble. That's a Nugan. It's going to hurt real bad. No, they're just going to shoot the Rankle. All right. We draw a land. Everything into the Rankle opponent. Melee will trigger. Opponent goes down to 6. Conveniently, exactly enough for Bantu to finish the job if they want to. Let us activate the Vona, shoot the Ugin, and we will pass the turn like that. And Nate going to send in the finishing blow on the Rankle, thank God. Discarding your cards and sacrificing your creatures, not a good time. Rankle going down, yep. Here comes an Ashnod's Altar, yep, that's a crazy one. Opponent's going to sacrifice Bantu. Opponent's got a Living Death, Primeval. Yeah, opponent lost a lot of their good pieces, I think. Don't actually have that many. Oh, that's an Eternal Witness. Okay. Gonna get back the Living Death. What do we have? We have Pure Steel Paladin, Knight Exemplar. Oh, we got Sylvia. Sylvia gets us Corvath. This may actually work out. There's Living Death. Opponent gets a whole bunch of ETB triggers. We get Knight Exemplar, Pure Steel Paladin, and importantly, 1 Sylvia Bright Spear. Opponent gets their Talram back, loses their commander. Opponent gets the Living Death back. I think they're short on colored mana. Use the Bright Spear ability. Get Corvath. Here comes a Lifecrafter's Bestiary. Yep. Yeah, we're going to need to do... Opponent got that Living Death back. We are going to need to blast them. Here comes Fellwar Stone. Yep. Opponent plays a Preordain, gets themselves a Drake. Brings it back to our turn. That's a Cavalier of Flame. I don't think we have enough red mana. We can crack a Verdant Catacombs. The ETB, not going to do much. We really do want Corvath right now, so I guess, yeah, we're going Corvath first. And then we're going to try to really load up. Try to get as many lands into the graveyard as we can. Corvath coming in. No need to partner right here. I don't think this is going to be lethal. I haven't done the math. Send everything. It's all got flying. Should hurt pretty badly, though. We just need Elsha to have, like, 1 counterspell on this Living Death. Goes down to 9. Yarok's Fenlooker. Each opponent exiles a card from their hand. So much discard. Kidding me? Opponent had a Narset's Reversal. Opponent plays a Gonti. Here comes Living Death. At least we're in a position right now where, like, we have 2 decent creatures in the graveyard, so as long as nothing crazy happens, like it's not a Fleshbagger Marauder or something like that, we should have something in play when our turn comes back. If Vona sticks, then I'm definitely shooting the Ashnod's Altar and maybe the Bantu. Opponent going to keep sacrificing. Yep. They appear to be out of black mana, so I don't think any additional Living Deaths this turn. There's Vivian Reed. Yep. Knight's Charge, I think, is the card we're looking on there. I think it's 8 mana to cast it and do the thing all in one shot, though. We have a Rise of the Dark Realms in the deck, but we haven't drawn enough lands. Light and Shadow would be reasonable. Here comes Elsha back to play. Yep. We draw Odric. Oh, the lifelink. Lifelink should... Yeah, lifelink spreads. Okay, we've got a plan. Cast Odric. Get the ability. I should have attacked with both. Trying not... Like, I know Elsha and I need to be working together right here. Yeah, I should have just hit them with everything, but... So we go up to 37. Time to shoot the Ashnod's Altar. Ashnod's Altar down. And we'll pass like that. And opponent didn't respond to that at all, so... They can't just Eternal Witness it back to hand. They would need something else. There's a Burglar Rat. Yep. No cards to discard. Let's see what Elsha's got. Opponent had a A Divine Reckoning, yeah. They can still flash that back. I think they've got the mana for it. That's a Feast and Famine. Kidding me. Feast and Famine on the Bantu, yep. Odric's ability trigger. Gonna go into the Elsha. Nope, no blocks. Feast and Famine triggers. Things are gonna get crazy here. Oh, opponent has Menace. Forgot about the Menace. We just need, like, flying. Here comes Elves of Deep Shadow. Living Death is in opponent's graveyard, so I think they've run out of activations on that. Commanded Dreadhoard's in the graveyard also. They wouldn't be able to use it, that one anyway, but Rise of the Dark Realm's still a card. Rise of the Dark Realm's a card that we could find and would be super sweet, but we still need mana. There's Narset, partner of the... Narset's actually going to be pretty good against what this Izoni deck is doing. So we'll just let that stick around. And here comes Thousand Year Storm. Awesome. Opponent's going to use the Narset ability. Oh no, Night's Charge is... We need a lot of mana for Night's Charge. Heartseeker's a card. We don't have free equips. Embercleave? Embercleave could be good if opponent doesn't block properly. We draw a Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt gets us our commander. Our commander gets us Menace on everything, which is reasonable. Oh, we got a lot of nasty targets to deal with right here. Feast and Famine, probably got to be Feast and Famine. Yeah, let's play the Mana Crypt. Get our commander. And we can save the damage on Ancient Tomb. This is a tricky attack. Nate will want to kill Narset. That'll be on his to-do list. Gonti is a real problematic blocker because of the Death Touch. Really need flying. Go to combat. Odric will trigger. I think we just have to swing at Elsha. Like, our other choices are not amazing. Like, we can't get in here, especially with the Gonti. So we'll swing at their face, see if Nate wants to finish them. Opponent can't block at all. We get the melee trigger. Opponent takes a hit. They're down to 14. We go up to 44. Use the Vona trigger. Shoot the Feast and Famine. I know we got to get rid of Vivian at some point, but Feast and Famine is the one that's really going to cause a problem, I think. Although, I wonder if they've run out of... I wonder if he's run out of gas. Because he didn't do much in his second main phase. I wonder if he's sitting on just like a lot of lands. Or, okay, he's got something at instant speed. Court of Calling? Oh, Cyclonic Rift. There it is. Okay. That's bad. That is bad. That means Vivian can ultimate. Yep, there's a Beastmaster Ascension, and that'll be game. Yep. Oh, yeah, the Cyclonic Rift was from the Gonti. Okay. Opponent sending everything our way. Just about everything our way. I think only two need to go over to the other one. Yep. Yep, down we go. The discard. The discard got us. The discard and then into the multiple living deaths was a real problem. Just not able to shut off that value engine. But all in all, I thought we put up a good fight, especially being just low on resources after getting hit by Rankle and all that nonsense. So, you know, we did all right. The thing we missed, we just needed an equipment to get some card draw going, and we never got it. So that was pretty rough. And... you know, getting that right balance of creatures to equipments, that's kind of the key of this deck. And just, you know, things not working out for us right there. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching.